For some reason this week I felt really called to talk about something that I've been reflecting on a lot recently, which is how lost you can feel in your 20s and how feeling lost and feeling like you have a world of possibilities actually makes you so lucky. Being 21 or being in your early 20s means that you have such an opportunity to pursue random hobbies with little to no consequences, and like you can only benefit from getting better at things that you love at this age, right? Like you may learn to play the guitar and then all of a sudden, fuck it, you're a rock star. Or else you start making YouTube videos for years and years and years, and then 5 years later you land a job because you're really good at editing. And even if that YouTube channel itself didn't take off, spending that time in your 20s really benefited you. During this summer, I've been working on like 5 different mini projects and none of them are doing particularly well. But I just feel so happy that I'm not putting pressure on myself to be good at anything. I'm only 21. I don't need to be good at anything. I just need to be tipping away on several different skills, and then hopefully someday in the future it'll come in handy. I took jobs that I didn't really enjoy because they were better paid than the last one and they looked more impressive on my CV. But actually I realized that only looks impressive on my CV if I want to go into that field. Like being a manager at an English language school will only help me if I want to be a manager at an English language school. It won't help me be a writer. It won't help me if I want to go into journalism. So why would I do it? Just because it's impressive to someone else doesn't mean it's impressive to me. I've recently started taking less prestigious titles and actually just working on weird little projects that I'm obsessed with, and it has been so much better. This, I was convinced, is how everyone should do their 20s. Never say no to an opportunity, try to earn as much money as possible, and use every social interaction to make as many friends as you can. Self-reflection, contemplation, and asking yourself what you really want from life is something to do later, like in your 30s. I decided to do an experiment. For 3 months, I would live as if I truly loved myself and wanted myself to be happy. Crazy, right? Instead of seeing my laziness and desire for solitude and obsession with inane hobbies that make absolutely no money as bad things, as things that I should try to control, I decided to flip the switch and instead view them, just for a summer, as positive attributes that I could harness and use. For the first time since I was 16, I'm unemployed. And I worried that if I gave myself that time to myself, I wouldn't use it productively. You can imagine that did not happen. It is not in my nature to sit still or say no to cool experiences. So of course, when I let myself do whatever I wanted, it turns out that I enjoy creating things. What I wanted to do was happily plod away on a novel, create a YouTube channel, learn a new language, and of course, watch a lot of TV. And I've never felt more like myself. It's not that I think that everything I make is amazing and useful now. It's even more profound than that. I've realized that everything I enjoy doing has a purpose and will ultimately benefit me. Choosing a life that I truly enjoy living is the most beneficial thing I can do for myself. I know that I'm not a great writer or YouTube content creator or cook or yoga teacher or dancer, but I really enjoy doing all of those things. And if I keep doing them every single day for 10 years, surely I'll be good at least one of them by the end of it. It's satisfying to know that I'm improving at these currently useless skills. Who knows when they'll come in handy? I've realized that one of the best things about being 21 is that the stakes are incredibly low. In finance, they say your early 20s is the best time to make risky investments because you have so little money, the chances are you'll make more than you lose. But when you have more money and are closer to retirement, you have to be careful because it'll take longer to build back up what you've lost. It's kind of the same with life in general. Right now, being unemployed in Spain for 3 months is not a massive risk. I literally don't have enough savings for it to mean much that I've spent it all. My living costs are low because I'm happy to do everything cheaply. It's not like I'm missing out on any career opportunities. Worst case scenario, I spent all my money, didn't make any friends, but learned something about myself. It's not that bad. Best case scenario, I learn a new language. I write a draft of a novel. I realize that I love to make YouTube videos. I meet people that I really connect with. In this equation, the rewards are so much more likely and massively outweigh the risks. So instead of seeing my early 20s as a time to get ahead in life, take as many career opportunities as possible, do all of the things I feel like I should be doing, I'm seeing my early 20s as an amazing time where I can basically do whatever I want and most likely it will benefit me. I have next to nothing in terms of money, career, experience, life experience, so pretty much anything I do will enhance my life portfolio. Last night I spent a couple hours learning how to play Mafia with a bunch of immigrants at a food truck market. Amazing! Time well spent, because now I know how to play Mafia and I'll know for the rest of my life that I'm freakishly good at it. This morning I went to a yoga class in the park. I spoke to the teacher afterwards and she inspired me to think about whether I'd like to be a yoga teacher someday. In that vein, every yoga class I go to is better preparing me for becoming a great yoga teacher, or if not, at least I found inner peace. Again, there's literally no downsides. Last week I spent the entire day watching TV, but it changed the way I view the world. I learned something new about the art of storytelling. I showed up to my novel the day after, relaxed and inspired. Maybe I'll write a review of that TV show. It's literally impossible to waste time. What I'm trying to say is that doing things that I genuinely love is valuable because I'm getting better at doing things that I genuinely love. Why would I waste 3 months of my life working on something that I don't enjoy? That's only sending me down that path. Working really hard in a job you hate is something you might have to do someday if you get into debt, if you have kids that you need to support, but not now. Right now, working a job you hate, even if it's prestigious, well-paid, or impressive, it's such a waste of time. It means you're gaining experience at things you don't enjoy. In 10 years, I know I'll be so glad that I plodded away at this YouTube channel. Even if I never get any views or any subscribers, at least I can say I gave it a go. And I'm learning so many other skills. Everyone I know in their early 20s is really worried about their future. The economy, climate change, but they also don't know what next step to take after college. There's a million different paths and choosing one of them feels like denying yourself all of the other possible lives you could have led. But actually, there's really only one choice you have to make, and you don't make it after college. It's a choice every single one of us makes every single day. Will I do what I love, or will I do what I feel like I should do? Every single day I make small choices, all of them connected to making myself happy. Will I spend 20 euros on this moisturizer because a TikToker said it's good, or will I buy a €6 moisturizer and get coffee with a Russian sommelier instead? That's actually happened to me. You don't need one dream. You need 30 mini dreams that you can plod away at and enjoy doing. And then maybe, if you're very lucky, one of them will earn you money and make you successful. I hope that inspired you to take even just one day a week to not do anything for your career. Don't do anything that you think you should. Sit there and ask yourself, what do I really, really want to do? And if you do this every week, you'll see things start to change. Okay, maybe the first week all you do is watch TV. Amazing. But then the next week, maybe you want to write about that TV you watched. Or maybe you want to do your makeup in a really extravagant way. Or maybe you want to try and make clothes or collage. Or make a beautiful cake and photograph it and put it on Instagram. These things seem small and silly, but that's the stuff of life. Creating things, following your dreams, following your passions for no other reason than it's fucking fun. That's the dream, man. Maybe pick up one less shift a week at your job and dedicate one day to just fucking around and seeing what happens. I guarantee you, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.